Last week when I was live streaming, somebody put in the comment section, what do I think is more important, stop loss or profit target placement, right? So stop loss placement or profit target. And right then and there, I told them stop loss. And it's so crazy because I said that. And then today I went against everything that I said during that stream, giving that guy advice by moving my stop loss. So today I lost $1,000 in less than 40 minutes because of two things: over leveraging and misplacing my stop loss. Okay. And I want you guys to put it in the comment section. What do you think is more important, stop loss placement or profit target placement? And tell me why. Let's talk about it. But in this video, I'm going to talk about how important stop losses are. Not only are stop losses just insurances to make sure that we cap our downside and we cap our loss, right? But they're also points of invalidation, right? A point where the market should be able to give you feedback the moment you get stopped out and let you know if you should switch your bias, or if you were too early, if you were too late, and reevaluate what's going on, okay? Or if you should stop trading in general. So in this trade, I lost $1,000 because I took my stop loss, right, which was the point of invalidation, and I placed it right below the retest, right? So once we retested, got confirmation, I placed and moved my stop loss from a point of invalidation, which was low a day, to the bottom of my retest. And I'll show you here shortly, which was not a bad decision. But the moment you move your stop loss from the point of invalidation when the entire trade is invalid, it does lower the odds of the trade working out because you're giving price action less space to move. And if you get stopped out, the trade is still valid and you're more likely to place more trades to get back in because you know it's not valid, which can open that emotional door, cause you to start impulsively trading and going for redemption. Because the sole part, like the heart of revenge trading, over leveraging, is because you're trying to redeem yourself because you think that you did something wrong. Okay. And if you move your stop loss from the point of validation and you get stopped out, you'll feel like you did something wrong. Valid trade, let me hop back in. Next thing you know, you're taking more trades, you're getting more emotionally involved, and things get really rough. So let's jump onto the chart so I can show you exactly what I mean. So I have the same fundamental formula, which I share in every video: 2-minute opening range break, wait for the liquidity sweep or the divergence. Entry model, 2R for my profit target, stop loss below the liquidity sweep or divergence. So as you can see right now, we have my opening range right here. We got the divergence, failure to go lower. So we started pushing up. My entry model didn't form yet, so it protected me because we did come pushing down one more time, got the sweep, entry model formed. I entered here on my entry model, boom, right? Stop loss at the low of day below the sweep to give price enough room to work. Also, this is an invalidation point. So if we go past this sweep, that is market feedback. That is the market telling me, hey, we are going, you might want to switch your bias. We're going to the downside. Look for an opportunity or an entry model to go short. So then my profit target is 2R, which is right about here. And we're going to spread this out. So that's a 2R. So that's the entire trade. That's the play. Once I enter, I set my stop loss low a day at the extreme below the liquidity sweep, and then a simple 2R, and I'm hands off. I just wait at that point. Okay. So we have my area of entry, right? We picked up some momentum, came back down, got this nice little hammer that was sitting on my area of entry. This one as well, which is very bullish. I entered on the break right here. Added to my position. Sorry, I added to my position. And then we started cruising. I was in the driver's seat. Next thing you know, we come crashing back down. I'm thinking, okay, maybe this is the actual retest. We dip a little bit lower, right? And I'm like, okay, well, my stop loss is down here. That's the point of invalidation. I'm hands off. I'm going to wait. Anything can happen in the market. We can go all the way one tick before my stop loss and potentially turn around and then hit my profit target. You never know. So completely hands off. We started pushing back up. And once we got this nice little run up, I took my stop loss from the point of invalidation. And I'm like, we should not retest this area no more. This was the retest. And I moved it to the bottom of the retest, which is completely understandable. But please understand that every time you make a shift in your plan, you have to accept the outcome of whatever happens, because that is still not the point of invalidation. That's just minimizing my risk and saying, hey, the odds of us coming back down here are very, very low. So I'm willing to make this adjustment and I'm willing to see what happens and lower my risk. So we go with the odds. All right. So I move my stop loss. Got wicked out right here for my daily loss limit because I added to my position, right? I added another mini. I was a bit over leveraged. Daily max loss, $1,000. Cool. So as the trade starts to play out, you see that there's a lot of chop here, right? A lot of ranging. And in these conditions, you want to make sure that your stop loss is always at an extreme. If it's at an extreme low, going to the long side, going to the upside, playing longs, or if it's at an extreme high, if you're playing the downside, okay? And hands off, because this right here is what destroys accounts and destroys traders. And the noise, you can't pay attention to the noise. The noise is all price action between your stop loss and your profit target. Anything that happens between these two destinations, you should not allow to influence you, change your bias, hop in and out of trades, where you'll begin to like take these small paper cut losses, 1,000 paper cuts. Next thing you know, your account is dead or you're in huge drawdown because you're allowing all of this noise, all of this range to play tricks on your mind. Your mind's thinking of situations that hasn't even happened when you're just in a valid trade and it's working out. Don't fight how the market gets to your destination. Just allow it to get to the destination. As long as one or the other hits, that's all that matters. How it gets there, how it does it is none of your concern. So got stopped out. And as you can see, it started working and we got one more sweep lower and then it started working in my favor, right? We're almost to my profit target right now. I'm already out the trade right now. I took the loss, but look how close we are to my profit target, right? And my point of invalidation has not been touched yet, okay? And yeah, we do have this big dip right here. I don't know what's going to happen next, but I do know it's a high probability that we may hit my profit target, okay? Like that's the highest probability. I take this trade all the time. I do these same things. And when I do these same things, I have to accept what the outcome is based on what I'm doing here, okay? So I think the key point here, all I'm getting at, is make sure your stop loss is a point of invalidation, not just insurance, not just a certain dollar amount that only you can stomach. Make sure it's a point of a validation so when if you get stopped out, the market can give you accurate feedback. The second thing is manage your risk, because if your risk is not managed, then you're most likely to move your stop loss, even if it is at a valid point. And the last thing is, do not pay attention to the noise, which is the price action between your stop loss and profit target. You can set the destinations, but you cannot control or tell the market how it's going to get to one or the other. That is none of your concern. And no matter how long it takes, be more patient than the market. Okay? Don't allow it to out-patient you, if that makes sense. Okay? So, hope you got something from that video, and I'll see you on the next one.